When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this window into how medicinal herbs are transforming health, well-being, and the overall life quality of friends and neighbors in these challenging times. More and more people are learning about the benefits of complementary alternative medicine, particularly plant medicine, in the form of medicinal herbs which can transform the quality of our lives, our health, and our well-being. My name is Pamela Boyce Sims, and I convene the African Diaspora Earth Care Coalition and Singularity Botanicals, two organizations dedicated to putting control of health, self-care, and well-being back into the hands of individuals and communities. We have learned so many lessons about how fragile the healthcare system is. We've seen how systems that we always thought we could count on can be disrupted in the blink of an eye. So we work with communities which are the most vulnerable to climate change, which are suffering from extremely toxic environmental pollution and chronic intergenerational illnesses, to grow and enjoy the benefits of their own plant medicine. The African Diaspora Earth Care Coalition and our distributor, Singularity Botanicals, partner with a wide variety of medicinal herb grow sites in our hub state of Pennsylvania and all around the country. Our medicinal herb partners range from tiny house cooperatives to small farms, Quaker meetings and Baptist congregations, Buddhist monasteries, to community centers and arboretums. Today, we're going to hear from some of the people who are enjoying stronger, more robust health as a function of taking our medicinal herbs, and learn about what interested people in growing medicinal herbs in and for distressed, climate change vulnerable populations. How long had you been dealing with the condition before you decided to go with medicinal herbs?
Okay, so for years, we actually both grew up in Chester. I know there's a lot of refineries and things in the area, but for years I had this mucusy feeling in my chest, and I had this terrible cough that I couldn't get rid of. I went to the doctors a few times. I've tried allergy medications. I've tried steroids. I've tried all types of things, and in the end, the medicinal herbs was the one thing that I actually saw an instant improvement. Like, I actually could feel my symptoms relieving and see them go away. It was crazy. It's definitely crazy.
Wow. So when you say congestion, was it problems breathing, not being able to take deep breaths, or was it kind of rattly or phlegmy or wheezing?
Definitely rattly. Like, if I would inhale, I would always go into a cough. Or at night, I would wake up in the middle of the night just coughing and coughing and coughing. And they always told me it was something called postnasal drip.
Okay.
So, I went to pharmacy technician school, so I knew a lot about medication, and I always chose not to take medication, the medication route. So I didn't want to keep doing, all the prescriptions and things like that. That just wasn't working out. I thought I was allergic. We had a cat at a point. I thought I was allergic to the cat. We stopped doing animals. We started dusting more. We started opening windows in the wintertime, just everything. And there was literally no relief, literally nothing.
Gosh. So describe how, when you're taking the medicinal herbs, can you describe what your breathing is like, or how did you know that there was a change? I mean, can you describe physically what was going on there?
Well, I started in about August, and I want to say like the beginning of September was a little rough because it was kind of like, I guess I could feel it breaking up. It was kind of getting worse. You know, one of those things that gets worse before it gets better.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of could feel like my chest loosening up, and I was bringing up all kinds of things. But
Good.
like by the end of September, I was inhaling and exhaling. I'm like, wow, you hear that? Like, I'm not coping. It was definitely different. It was very different. Very different.
It was in a really good place, because I had just been moving in with my grandmother for like the last couple of months, and I had issues stockpiling on each other. I had trouble sleeping. That was just a detriment to just the amount of work I was putting in through college and stuff. And then came the memory loss when I got sick last year. So for some reason, I just couldn't retain the same information that I used to. Pen and paper helped me manage a little bit, but at that point, it was just like I had no idea how to get that extra step to feel better. Now, my grandmother, she's very strong on herbal teas and just drinking, eating healthy in general. So when we went to one of these functions, I was like, oh, sure, I'll just go with you, grandma, just make sure you're all right, And then when we actually got there, it was like, oh, okay, there's a little bit of stuff here for me too. So, I started reading around, and it was the first event that I went to where I had the personal trainer. That's where my outlook on just what I can do to change myself really just started expanding there, because it just went from, okay, well, maybe just a therapist or something will probably help me out. But then I realized there's stuff that I can do myself, right? I could actually get up out the bed and go to the gym or something, or, take a little bit of supplements a day to get me to go by. And that's something that I hold dearly these last couple of months. I'm telling you, if you had seen me from June into now, you think I'm a completely different person. Like, my energy is different, my attitude. I move a lot better now. I have a consistent schedule at the gym. I'm doing well in an internship. Like, it's funny how a lot of these things just kind of line up, but it really just started with that changed mindset that I just wanted better for myself. And luckily, you guys kind of helped me out at the right time.
Members of Harrisburg Friends Quaker Meeting, Pennsylvania Plant Medicine Grow Site Partners talk about how their group went through the process of becoming a medicinal herb grow site. They now produce nettle root, which is an ingredient in one of our men's health tonics, and dandelion root, a liver cleanser that detoxifies the body. Partner grow sites at a distance from eastern Pennsylvania grow sites cultivate herbs whose medicinal properties are found in the roots, which can be more easily shipped here to us in eastern Pennsylvania. They grow echinacea, burdock, ashwagandha, dandelion root, elecampane, valerian, and nettle root. Let's take a listen to how their Quaker meeting became a medicinal herb grow site that will serve community members where their Quaker meetings are located in Harrisburg.
I heard about it and became curious when I was involved with the Community Supported Enlightenment run by Pamela. And during some of those sessions, and I ended up asking Pamela about it and decided to bring it to the meeting.
A group of us that were interested in Carter's leading, and so then he arranged for Pamela to speak to us. And this was about a year later, so this was in the spring of 2021 when she actually spoke to our core group, and she outlined the project and how her organization would pay for the materials, and basically Harrisburg Friends Meeting, if we were interested, would supply the sweat equity of creating the beds and planting the things and harvesting. And she told us like exactly what we needed to do and told us what to start with, which would be easier. And so a kind of a group came together and said, okay.
If the sky we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. If the sky we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand. Oh, darling, darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, oh, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me.